What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am Joby, the Natural Gearhead. That is the 2002 Yukon. It has the ABS light on and the pumps running and stuff, and I'm going to show you how to pull the ABS module out. Let's check it out. Alright guys, real quick, so you haven't seen this one yet, but we bought this truck for another swap, hopefully. It's actually in really good shape. I'm thinking I might let my daughter drive it instead. It's 2002 Yukon. The guy before me who owned it bought it brand new, and he actually works with me, so I know a lot of the history of this vehicle. He basically didn't do anything. He bought it brand new and just drove it. He didn't put a cold air intake. He didn't change the wheels. Like, this is what you're looking for. So I might just let my daughter drive it for her first vehicle for a little while before we yank the heart out of it for something else. But one thing is, the ABS light is on, the parking brake light is on, and I was asking him, try to get a little history on what's going on there, save me a little troubleshooting time. He said he came out one day from work and the ABS pump just running away by itself, just going. And one of the things in these Yukons, Silverados of this year is that ABS module can go bad. It can short out the little relay in there, and that'll happen. So what we're going to do is, instead of going in and trying to solder the circuit board and whatever, I'm just going to pull it out and swap it, and I'll show you why real quick. So it just so happens I have another vehicle in here. It's a 2004 Silverado. The module should be the same between the two. I'll check the part numbers when it's out, but this is another one. I'm just harvesting the engine and transmission for a swap, and I'm parting out the truck. And after that, once all parted out, hopefully part out as much as I can and scrap the rest, which I've already parted out a few things, which this motor and this transmission and engine out of this thing are already paid for, and anything I sell from here on out is just money in my pocket to go towards a swap. So back on track. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you on this truck, which is gonna be the same location and everything of this ABS module, and I'm gonna show you some tools you need and the location and how to get that thing out of there, just in case you're having a problem with yours and you want to swap it out and you're curious about how to do it. So let's get over there and get right into this thing. All right, so I'm just going to give you a quick idea exactly where this thing is located. You come around your driver's side here. So driver's side door, basically straight underneath the driver's seat. You're going to go under the truck, slide up under there. On the inside of the frame rail, you're going to see the ABS module, and I'll show you here in a second exactly what it looks like. But some tools you might need, possibly a creeper if you're working on concrete. Slide in and out, makes it nice. Also, a lighting source, okay? I use a headlamp, a floodlight, a drop light, flashlight, anything you can use. You're gonna need a lighting source that's gonna help. A mirror, okay? So when you get under there, the bolts are those T20 head bolts. You wanna make sure that's cleaned out, because if it's not cleaned out good, and the bit don't sit in there good, you're gonna have problems. You can possibly strip it out. So maybe a mirror to look around, make sure how the condition and cleanliness. A pick to clean them out. If you need to clean the heads out, just kind of get in there, scrape them out. A T20 bit, so it's a Torx T20, and that's what you're going to be using to get that out of there, okay? So this is what it looks like, and I use this small, it's a lot more close tolerance, I guess you'd say, and the little ratchet like this, you could put a socket on this end, you could put an apex bit on this end. You can get something like this in Home Depot, but this makes it nice for a lot of areas where it's tight, okay? Or this is what maybe more people have, something like this, a Torx with a socket and a little ratchet. Now this is much taller, and you can see the difference here, big difference. So this is going to make it hard, because that top of that module is close to the bottom of the cab, so it's pretty tight in there. So if you have something like this, it's going to make your life a lot easier. Or you could just take a Torx bit, take it out. That's a 1/4 inch size on the end here. So let me pull it out and show you. So this hex is 1/4 inch. So if you use like a 1/4 inch wrench, you can slide the box end down over this and turn it a little bit at a time, you can do that too. Or if you have a 1/4-inch ratcheting wrench, that would work. Just something like that to get in there. Flathead screwdriver, and this is just used to disconnect some of the connectors. Helps you out a little bit. So these are some of the basic tools that are going to make your life a lot easier and be able to get that thing out of there, especially one of these. If you can get one of these or borrow one, that's going to help a lot. All right, let's get under the truck and get a look at this thing. Guys, so now that we're under the truck, driver's seat is right here, or basically right below the driver's seat. This is the inside of the frame rail. Here's all your brake lines going into the ABS unit here. And the module is right here bolted to the top of it. So you got 4 bolts, and that's the T20s. You got one here, and basically the same on this other inside. You can see where it gets tight here, and that's what I was telling you about, to where you want a lower profile ratchet. So first thing you're going to do is get these 2 plugs off. So you just use your flathead screwdriver, come in right here. So this is a locking clip, this little piece here. Just pop him down. Be careful because they could break, and like I said, this is a parts truck for me, so it's not as big of a deal, but on yours, if it's your daily, you know, you don't want to mess it up. So that's popped out of the way. So now you can see you just depress this button here, push in, that plugs up out of the way, done. This one is the clip here, just pull it out a little bit, just kind of give her a little tug. Now your harness is out of the way. There is one more plug on the back side of this thing, but I feel like it's easier when you get this up and kind of pull it out, then disconnect it. But you could fight it back in here if you want to and get it off. The other thing, you might want a mirror. I mean, it's not needed, but if you're not good at feeling around for the bolts, you can use a mirror and just kind of look. Because the other thing you want to make sure is these Torx heads are cleaned out in there. Because when your bit goes in, okay, you want to make sure that bit seats all the way in, because if it's not in there all the way and it's up a little bit, real good chance you're going to round that off. And if you round these off, now you got a situation on your hands, because these are going to be really hard to get out. You might have to drop this whole unit down, get it on the bench and work on it that way. But so anyway, you can see this fits in there okay. You just get in and you just kind of, I usually get it in there good and then just get it loose. So just go around, that one's loose. You pop it out and you just go to the next one. There you go. And then you just go around, we'll get all 4 of them screws out, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so these bolts are now loose all the way around. I pulled the back 2. I just wanted to pull these out and let you get a look at them. So this is kind of the length you're looking at, right? So about 1 inch. So you pull these out, get them out of your way. Oh, well, that one's gone. All right, so all the bolts are out. You just want to work this up a little bit. Just kind of shimmy it. She'll slide up like that. Might have to pull down on the bracket a little just to get it to clear. Oh, she's tight. All right, so we're out. So now, if you can see, here's the other plug I was telling you about. So take your screwdriver, hit that release, just pull it up a little bit. Just kind of work it out. That's it. So that's it. She's off. That's all there is to it, guys. That's it. So now that we're out from underneath the truck, I just wanted to give you a better view of this thing. So you could see when you were looking at it, we were kind of looking from this side. This was the big plug we disconnected. The second plug we disconnected, the 4 bolts, these were the 2 that you could see. These are the 2 that you couldn't see, okay? So one, you know, you got the 4, they're basically in a perfect straight across from each other, okay? So it makes it easy to find them. But like I said, you can use a mirror. Make sure, I would use a mirror anyway, just to look in there and make sure they're cleaned out, to make sure that bit's going in all the way, because you do not want to strip those out. But this is what she looks like. It's the back side here. And the install, you don't have to program these or anything. The install is just reverse, right? So you'll just, I would plug in that backside one first, shimmy her up there, lock it down, run your 4 bolts in, and I would tighten them in a cross pattern, just snug them up, hook up your connectors, and that's it. You're good to go. You fire it up, down the road, okay? So anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you watching, I really do. And hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. If you weren't sure about tackling this job, you can see it's pretty easy. Hopefully you got a little more confidence now, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching.